If you could make one change in your life, what would it be? Now, a lot of the time when people are asked that question, they don't know how to answer without sitting there and thinking about it. And that means if you don't have the first priority of what you want to focus on to change or improve in your life, how do you expect to know where to go? It's like, well, I kind of sort of want this, but most people, what they really know is what they don't want. Now, when it comes to knowing what you don't want, that can be useful providing you use it as a reference rather than a focal point. Because if you're focusing on what you don't want, you're going to get more of it. It's just how the game works. But if you're using it to say, right, I know what I don't want, so therefore, what's the opposite of that? Let me turn my head in that direction. You're going to start focusing on a different outcome. Now, I want to give you an analogy here. It's like walking into a train station and saying, I can buy a ticket, universe ticket to anywhere I want. And so I get to the front of the queue, and what does the clerk say? The clerk says, what would you like? Where would you like to go? And how most people set goals is this way. They say, oh, great, so glad you asked. I knew there was a ticket master that could sell me a ticket. I would like a ticket, please, to not here. That's how most people live their life. Oh, I hate this job. I hate this body. I hate my bank account. I hate my life, blah, 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 whatever it may be. What do you want out of life? I just don't want this. Well, that's great. I'd like a ticket to not here, please. He can't sell you a ticket. When you know what it is you want, you know what change you want in your life, and you're congruent with that, and you start broadcasting that with clarity, purpose, so your heart and your mind are aligned, that's where the power comes from. Have you ever seen somebody walking around where their heart and their mind are unified on what they want, not what they don't want? There is a demeanor, a spark, an energy about those people. They're on purpose. You notice when they walk in a room before they open their mouth, there is just that something special. And all it takes is for you to know exactly what you want, get your heart bought in, your mind aligned, and move, I'll handle it. That's the kind of energy. So next time I ask a question, or somebody asks a question, if you could make one change in your life for the better, what would it be? If you need to think about the answer, then time to really focus so that next time I ask the question, you automatically know without even breaking a stride.